Oh, hey, Caitlin. Oh, hey, guys.
Oh.
I'm Chris Damlow.
And I'm Caitlin Berg.
And you're watching High School Highlights from Detroit Lakes High School. We did nail that one that time. That was a good one. Okay, that was a good one.
So, how's the speech team been doing? You're on that and stuff.
The speech team is doing pretty well. We had a little bit of a rough spot at some point, but we're not going to talk about that today. But we're doing pretty good, and, well, you know, yeah.
All right, well, we should go check out go see how some of the speeches are coming and talk to some of those people.
Interview the coach, Mrs. Burnside.
Yeah.
We saw her last week.
Yeah, we did.
She's a cool gal.
AP classes?
Yep, AP,
Yeah.
yep.
All right, well, let's go do that.
Yeah.
Come on.
Announcing the 18th annual DL Rotary Breakfast Club Meatball Dinner on Thursday, March 27th at the Minnesota State Community and Technical College Cafeteria in Detroit Lakes, with serving from 4:30 to 7:30. Enjoy a great meatball dinner with all the trimmings. Adult ticket $6, children under 12 $3, under 3 are free. Proceeds go to the Area Youth Project. Plan to attend the Meatball Dinner Thursday, March 27th. Tickets from Breakfast Rotarians or at the door.
Would you like to host a program on TV3, or do you have a show idea? We'd love to hear about it. Give us a call at TV3, 846-9669. That's 846-9669. Or email us at tv3@arvig.net. Give us your thoughts about new show ideas and if you're interested in hosting a program.
All right, we're standing here with the Detroit Lakes speech team's coach, Mrs. Burnside. So, what do you guys do? How often do you have practices, and what does that entail? Do you give them as a coach? You know.
Well, each speaker has to practice with me at least once a week per category, and then we generally will visit off and on throughout the course of the week. And when we do go to a competition, they give their speech at least 3 times.
All right.
Who are some of the kids that are in speech? How many students are in it right now? And
right now we have just over 20 competitors, and that is 5 of those competitors are from the middle school and then the high school. And our largest team was probably last year. We had around 25.
Right. So how many students made it to state last year?
Last year we took 1 person to state, Bethany Haugen, but we also took 3 alternates.
Okay.
And the year before that we had 3 state competitors.
Nice, very nice.
So how's the team doing so far this year?
We're doing pretty well. We hit a little bit of a rough spot in the middle of our season, but now we are heading into one of our bigger tournaments in Grand Rapids this weekend, and in a couple of weeks we'll be at Glendon, and then it's our subsection tournament on April 5th.
All right. And so how many judges are judging the student while they're watching?
Well, it's usually just 1 judge per section per category, so about 1 judge for every 8 people. But as you move on to a semifinal and a final round, then you'll have 3 judges per section.
All right.
Okay, so you're a speech coach, right?
I am.
So you were in speech as a high schooler?
I was.
What category were you in?
I was a drama girl. And a little bit of humorist toward the end of my career.
High five. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
JB's Custom Apparel, screen printing, and embroidery. No order is too small or large. Apparel for corporate or casual wear. JB's Custom Apparel can embroider or screen print what you need. Our team is ready for you. JB's Custom Apparel, screen printing, and embroidery.
Who knows John Peter Metlauer? Who knows Dr. 90210's Dr. Robert Ray? Maybe it's because of our weekly lineups. Wednesdays, Dr. 90210. Thursdays, I Want a Famous Face. Fridays, count me out on any party. I watch reruns of The Swan. Sundays, Extreme Makeover. And Tuesdays, my favorite show of all time, Nip Tuck. I love the catchphrase, tell me what you don't like about yourself. It has everything. Facelifts, murder, boob jobs, and... Don't you think there's something wrong here? The plastic surgery industry has been monopolizing the media, public opinion, and pop culture over the past few years. Since when is going under the knife recreation? We might know that John Peter Metlauer was the U.S.'s first plastic surgeon who successfully corrected a cleft palate in 1827. The plastic surgery industry has been booming since then. Plastic surgery has become glamorized by pop culture, making it seem more enticing and less risky than once anticipated. Let's go under the knife of plastic surgery and look at some of the risks. People don't realize that this is an actual surgery with actual potential complications. Liposuction, for one, is a very common procedure that many people have had and are considering. Liposuction removes excess fat from targeted areas and removes it with a vacuum to create a more shapely figure. Some of the risks involving liposuction include baggy skin, skin that may change color and fall off, infection, burning, shock, fat clots in your lungs, heart problems, kidney problems, disability, and death. Just to name a few. Suddenly liposuction doesn't seem so glamorous and easy. 16 for every 100,000 die in a car crash. 20 for every 100,000 die of liposuction. 400,000 people got liposuction in 2006. It's overwhelming, isn't it? Breast augmentation also has its risks. Asymmetry, ruptured implants, and the implants make it very difficult to detect breast cancer during a mammogram. Eyelid surgery are scarring, tissue damage, irregular earlobes, and nerve damage, which cause the stiff faces we've all come to know. But not only is your physical health in danger, but your psychological health as well. Body dysmorphic disorder, as defined by the Mayo Clinic's official website, is a disorder where someone finds something wrong about their physical appearance and obsesses over it, like their eyes, their nose, their lips, and the result is often extensive plastic surgery. A few celebrities you may know have this disorder: Wayne Newton, Joan Rivers, and of course Michael Jackson. And it isn't as if you're going to go out and get plastic surgery that you'll be horribly disfigured. On the contrary, most patients walk out completely satisfied. But the question is, did they know the risks? If they're looking for a no-strings-attached plastic surgery, it doesn't exist. Let's break the skin on a few numbers. In 2006, over 11 million plastic surgeries were performed, a dramatic increase from the 6.6 million in 2002. Over $11 billion was spent on this industry. It's overwhelming, isn't it? 383,886 people paid for a new bust in 2006. That's a 147,000 person increase. 210,000 had eyelid surgery. 3 million had Botox. More and more teenagers are receiving plastic surgery for graduation presents. 3% of all plastic surgeries are given to teenagers, from the 4,000 in 1992 to the 42,000 in 2006. And the most common is breast augmentation. The average breast augmentation costs around $7,000. Let's relate that money to something we can all relate to: college. According to the Minnesota College Guide, $7,000 could pay for a year at Hamline University of room and board and almost a full year's tuition at the U of M in the Twin Cities. I don't remember anymore.
Today we are here with Rachel Scolland, a representative from our Detroit Lakes High School speech team. Rachel, how are you doing today?
Just dandy.
So that was a pretty long speech. I mean, what do you have to do? What are some things you do to practice the memorization? I mean, all those numbers and stuff.
Well, you just read over it a couple times, and before each meet, you find a nice spot on the wall to practice to. It's kind of like you're talking to the wall. It might look funny, but everyone does it.
All right. So how many hours do you think you put in time, like, reading through that speech over and over again?
Oh, I have no idea. It varies.
So what are some of the different categories of speech? I know, but I mean these people might not. So what are some of the categories of speech?
Different categories of speech are humorous interpretation, drama, prose, informative, extemporaneous reading, which is like reading out of a book, extemp speaking, which is where you talk about a political issue, discussion, poetry, lots more.
So what's your favorite category to do speech from?
Well, I'm in informative, so maybe I'm slightly biased to that, but it's always fun watching a humorous speech because it's always really funny.
Yeah, those are.
What's the most competitive category?
Most competitive is probably humor too, just because there are so many funny people out there, and most people want to do something funny.
Yeah.
All right.
Totally.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Rachel.
Thank you.
Washington Square Mall, what a great place to be. It's everything the shopper wants, with theaters and restaurants. Lots of parking conveniently. Come and bring the family. There's something
know what? You know what my favorite word is?
What?
Vegetable.
Why?
It's just fun to say. Vegetable. Vegetable. It's fun to write too. Because you write veg-e-table.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's your favorite vegetable?
Probably like carrot. No, asparagus.
Those are
Definitely
good. Those are good.
asparagus. Those are good.
Oh my God. The U.S. economy is starving for stability. A1. We have to find that. Okay. Oh. Okay. We better. We'll talk about that. Anywho.
So the speech, that's pretty good.
That was a good interview. Interviews. We heard some speeches. We heard some people and stuff. It's pretty good.
Successful. Very successful. Yeah, I think they'll do really well at the section meet and stuff.
I think NFL's give gone and by. Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be a good time.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, thanks very much for tuning in and listening, and see you later.
Thank you.
My name is Gayleen. Thanks for tuning in to Travel Time. This week on Travel Time, we've got the Fat Cats with me, and we're going to be talking about their trip they took to Belize in June for the first annual Lobster Fest. So, Carrie, you start off the show by telling everyone what you guys were doing down there.
We went down there to play for Lobster Fest, which was a week-long event that they celebrated the opening of lobster season. And we got to play 3 different times, and wow, what a great time. It was the gig of a lifetime.
And for those viewers that didn't see your show a couple months ago about how you guys got invited down, you want to just touch on that a little bit?
Sure. I was there last October doing a video for Magnum Belize Tours, and I met some resort owners. And one of them, we started talking about the Fat Cats coming down and playing, and he bit, we came. We played.
Voila, they were there. Okay, Steve, what's some of the things that you guys had done down there other than play a couple nights?
Spent a lot of time in the sun.
Okay.
A lot of time in the sun, very hot. Just beautiful weather every day. Lots of things to do, swim, fish, and Kerry and his boy, they were almost stuck in the water the whole time they were there.
Yeah, we seen that you took a little side trip snorkeling, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
We'll go on to that later.
Okay. How about you, Dougie? What are some of the things that you loved about Belize for your first trip?
Oh, actually we took a tour to Lamanai, and that was very interesting, getting to see the ruins and all the different kind of vegetation and plants and the jungle and the whole experience of going down the river and getting out there in the middle of it. And it was just a good time. The people were really friendly. We must have done a good job of advertising because everywhere we went, they knew who we were. And it was a lot of fun. We got to meet a lot of the resort owners and the people that make things happen around there. So just every day was a new experience and a good time, and the people we got to meet, I feel are our friends, We made a lot of relationships over there. So that was, part of the whole thing too, so.
Well, and then you guys are going to be going back down there again next summer for the second annual Lobster Fest, and that's going to be starting June 14th of 2008. So we invite you guys all in here to visit with the Magnum Belize experts about a trip there, and their local number is 847-3012. What are some of the other highlights, Carrie, of your trip?
Well, my wife's favorite story is that when we were coming back from Lamanai on our day trip, we were going down this river, and we passed a boat on the river. And as we passed them, they all said, "Hey, the Fat Cats!" So now we're international stars in the middle of the jungle.
And you hail from Little Detroit Lake.
Crocodile-infested rivers, and there we are.
I would say the one thing lacking last year was there weren't enough of our friends down there that came with us.
Yeah.
So we're hoping next year, here, Talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely. We would encourage everybody, if you want to do something different, you know, it's affordable down there. The Belize dollar compared to the American's twice as much. You can have all the lobster you want for about $10. It's just incredible. The festival, the people, and you know, come down there with the fat cats, and we'll show you a really good time. And there's so many other things to do there: snorkeling, fishing, hiking, and just running around, the shopping. It's just a great time, and we would really encourage you to come check it out.
All right. Well, like Dougie said, stop in here to see the Magnum Belize experts. We're located at the Travel office, located in the Washington Square Mall. So come on in, and we'd love to book a trip for you for next year. Thanks, guys, for being on the show. I know you guys had a wonderful time, and the Belizeans loved you guys. So thanks for doing that, and thanks for tuning in, and have a great week.